has already done baby modelling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They actually, like, someone had, and when they were in the hospital, she was going for a checkup in the hospital, and someone had said to her, she would be perfect in, like, baby hands.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, do you think? And now she's really into horse riding.
Make some money.
Yeah. She's really into horse riding. Like, this is, like, to the extent of where she will probably continue this, like, to get to, like, an Olympic level type situation. Like, she's proper in on it. And then Alex is obsessed with gymnastics, and then the two lads, well, the two boys are too young at this point, but John is pushing them like that and hurling and stuff, but, like, chances are they'll do it. Then you look at the rest of the talented family.
Yeah. Don't look at me! But,
yeah, well, my talents. I know, I grew these myself.
I would love to see you just walk into like one of those competitions where they grow giant vegetables and go, pumpkins? It's like, no, that's...
It's
no,
a melon. Just paint them.
This does not match.
You don't like that one? I got a second one right here.
This doesn't match the required specifications.
Are you sure not firm at all?
Yes. What are they called? Dean and Cass. Okay, leave.
That's actually pretty good.
I'll give you that one for free.
I'll
give you that one for free.
It's like, I was going to deny you, but then it's like no.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Dean and Cass.
They're reserved for those specific people.
Yes, that's it. So...
I like how there was two meanings to that one. That's very good.
So you're probably looking at this tile puzzle and thinking like
we're not.
No,
we are not thinking anything
like
about the game. Don't try and drag us back into this bullshit.
We're just trying to get through this so we can get away from this game now.
It's not that. Literally, you might think that there's actually like a solution to this. No, it's literally trial and error. Just keep pressing them until you get them.
There's no real skill to this game at all, is there?
Oh no, it's just jank. Survive the jank.
Okay, then more. Push.
Yeah.
Then more. Push.
Yeah.
Oh, this worked. The same button.
Yeah.
Third time.
But the whole point is that like this is like literally such
Is this like when you try to plug in a USB key, right, without looking at it, and then you flip it upside down and it's still, and then you turn it again, you're like, I just did a 360, how did you go in the third time? Like, it makes no sense.
It's more of a case like this is just like a random fucking chance. So it's a case like a random chance of failure. Like.
So can I also appreciate that is actually a universal thing. No one can get the USB in the first time.
On a good day, I can get it the second
It's like
time.
a bloke having sex and like he hits your thigh instead of like going right in first. It's like, no, that's not it, but I appreciate what you're trying to do.
I don't know if you've seen...
just Foxy just going like, yeah, I'm just going to breeze past that.
I'm just gonna turn away from the camera so they can't see my embarrassment.
So I don't know if you've seen the clip of it, but like, it's someone... Like what you were saying about the USB, it's like when you can't see
the hand.
So literally, like, they're just like that.
They're trying to plug in.
They're trying to plug in the USB. They look down, they see it. It's like, but as soon as they move back to try and put the thing down, a random hand just comes up to block it. So when they look, it's like there's nothing there.
That's great.
He's like, they're like hold it. They're like, put the hand in to see. I can feel the two holes, and then they get the plug to plug it in and out. It's genius.
That's good. I like that.
Do you see the one is like living in a haunted apartment when you can't afford to go anywhere else? Right, so what happens is this fella, he's like, the apartment is empty, like you can tell he's broke at this point, right? So he's like, he has the door open slightly and then the door slams shut and he just looks and shrugs it off and kind of continues on, and he goes into the bathroom, he turns on the light and there's blood smeared everywhere and says, get out. He runs off and he comes back with a window cleaner and he's like wiping it down. And then all of a sudden at the end of it, he goes to like the freezer, and like, is it like the fella, obviously the ghost is in like a sheet. Ooh, you need to get out of here. And he's like, man, look around this place. I got fucking beanbags for furniture. Do you think I want to live like this? I can't afford to go anywhere else. But like, this place is fun. He goes, yeah, well, it's better than being homeless. He's like, he pulls out like ramen noodle or something. He's like, this is the first thing I've had to eat today, and it's 11 o'clock at night. And the ghost goes, oh shit. And then it's like, as they're eating, he's like, so, how'd you die? Oh, I invited a Tinder date back here and she stabbed me. It's like, it's just brilliant. Look at how I live. Do you think I want to live like this? Oh shit.
It's a palette swapped Ermac.
Little bit. this is supposed to be like a sorcerer.
It's an ox and a moon.
Yeah. He sounds like Skeletor. He also sounds like Skeletor, I've also noticed.
Why is he double jointed?
Like, he's meant to be like a skeleton. We've resurrected him.
It's a mummy.
Yeah, it's a mummy, yeah. Well, he's been there for like 2,000, 3,000 years, whatever the fuck it is.
Have you ever seen the mummy, okay? Imhotep was still juicy.
Mm.
After 3,000 years? Well, 3,000 years. Yeah, 3,000 years.
Yeah. So it's just asking him, can we please go to this like ancient graveyard? And he goes, no, I must listen to me for 5 minutes.
Oh, what? Is this in real time? Can we not skip
No,
this
I'm
shit?
joking, obviously.
Oh.
It's just he has to speak to the lore first, and then you. It's like there's like it's somewhere you have to go
Exposition.
first. It's exposition.
Oh, it's exposition no one fucking cared for.
Mm. This is the trouble for doing it so late in the game. You have to set your style out first. And
Basil,
then
exposition. What does it all mean, Basil?
I know that.
Austin Powers.
Thank you. It's like this. I know that. That sounds so familiar.
Twins, Basil. Twins. You went very fucking quiet there.
Keep drinking, Amy. Make the pain go away.
Don't spit.
Oh, she's doing it.
Remember I said I was going to pace myself? It's going out the window.
That's
Awkward conversation.
It's good to have you back, though, Amy. All the same, like it's good to see you around. You know, you're having a lovely time.
Don't look at me. This isn't just awkward for me.
Yes, I'm glad that the mood is just gone completely.
Can we go back to making fun of Jonathan? That was always more fun. Do you know that there's a do you know that there's a theme park in Australia called Movie World?
Is it?
Yeah. There's actually a chap that has to dress up as Austin Powers and does the full dance from the first movie daily.
Oh God.
Yeah. Someone had a video of it on Twitter or Instagram or something like that, and I was like, oh my God.
That's
Imagine
his job.
Imagine having to be Austin Powers from 1997 in 2021.
I mean, you're gonna have to take a little bit of like leniency to the character. It's a case like, well, there's certain things I can't say now. I'll do the dance instead. Yay!
See, I think they literally only ever did the dance.
Yeah, that's it. Like that's the only thing you probably can do at this point.
It's a bit nutty. Has anyone either of you actually watched any of the Austin Powers movies?
I've watched the first one. I think
I've watched all.
would have been a long time ago though.
That's what I mean. Like recently, has anyone watched?
Recently, no,
Yeah.
no.
I think Goldmember was the most recent one. It was on Sky, and I was like, ooh, shit.
Yeah, it's
A
weird,
lot.
like because like it. I know it's obviously meant to be the piss take, but it's also the case where like the piss take is also a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
But like it's in a sense where it's kind of deliberately tongue in cheek, that the whole kind of carry on movies do not like work now because of the tongue in cheek aspect to it.
The Marx Brothers did.
The Marx Brothers are I suppose the Marx Brothers were very kind of more innocent aspect to it because like, it's just them presenting it as opposed to like James Bond being a power fantasy.
It's definitely a product of the time.
Product of the time, exactly.
I will hand our hat and say this, that the Marx Brothers still stand the test of time on this one.
Mm.
Especially there's an excellent one in the Big Store. Is it the Big Store or Goldrush? Big Store, where they're going through the contract and they're just ripping everything off the contract, and eventually it's just I just signed declare, and then that's all they have in the contract, and everything else gets taken out.
Yeah,
it is actually very good.
I know that comedy never
it's
ages.
humour. It's like when you're watching Charlie Chaplin.
That's it, yeah.
Or Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton is a great one for it.
Silent.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. So this is where a place I need to go to, but the trouble with it is that like you need to time it perfectly, or else you run out of breath. It's a very long sequence.
Yeah, that was very Tomb Raider.
This is it, like that's what they kind of done with these platforming parts, is to do kind of shit like this now, which I suppose like they could have been doing beforehand, but again the game was changing all the time. when they were doing this. So just dive through the algae there.
Yeah, like it doesn't even move. Like that's so.
It's the limita- It's a tech as well.
Yeah,
it's an old game.
It's one of those things. It's like as you're watching the older games, and you're just like, oh my god, we've come so fucking far.
I know, yeah. Like I remember when like
but
I remember when the first Uncharted game came around, and people were raving about the graphics because like they were doing like a lot of the kind of sequences like this, and they were just like marveling the fact that like, oh wow, your clothes get wet when you jump into water, as if that's a technological advancement, but it is.
What?
Yeah.
Clothes get wet when you jump into water?
Yeah. But like this is like it's such an alien thing for a game. It's like wow, holy shit! It's like they're put piece in Uncharted for doing that, for actually having that graphical thing in it.
I didn't know clothes got wet when you jumped into water.
Did you not? What was it about that? You just think like every game was like a PlayStation 2 game, just jump out completely dry.
I never actually tried to do it before. I've always wanted to do it, jump into a pool fully coated. I don't know why. I always like wanted to do it, and I got to do it when we were in Florida.
Yeah.
You obviously didn't go to Clara Lara as a kid.
Yeah, Clara Lara's like where you with that you take that box.
Never went to Clara Lara. We used to go to Mosnia before it became
Mosnia.
Yeah.
That was where I seen my first fucking wrestling show, actually.
I fucking loved it there. We did.
Got to see the Red Ranger.
Do you remember they used to have like the mushrooms?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. But when we were in Florida and we came back from, I think we came back from one of the days in was it Universal? It would have been Universal. And my clothes were already destroyed anyway because we've been on water rides all day.
Sure.
And it was fucking roasting hot, and me and Paul just ran out. We ran through the house. Once the alarm was turned off, we opened the back door and we went to the pool that the house had, and the two of us jumped in fully clothed, and we were like, this is the best thing ever. And my mum just went, where are your phones?
Bollocks.
And then straight away me and Paul jumped out of the pool. My dad's like, how the two of you have never managed to kill yourselves, I'll never know. and Ashton was like, we two of us were like searching for them, and Ashton's like, I have them in my bag.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, thank fuck for that. Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paul's wallet got destroyed.
Oh, ow. That was...
when the guy was doing his martial arts demonstration, it just reminded me of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, like he was supposed to be a guy you can jump into, and no doubt he's like the fucking like Shaolin monk level of fighting. But again, in this part of the game, we don't need anyone to do that anymore. So it's weird how giving them a character, giving someone like that now, you know, it's weird. But I suppose the argument is you could have actually gone to this point at any time and picked him up. Because like I said, like there's so many other characters you can play as, but like the idea is good. Like you can jump in and be someone else, but there's no content. Like you get to see their apartment. That's about it. There's fuck all else to do.
That might have been, for all we knew, there could have been a hooker in one of these apartments.
There is a hooker. You can jump into a hooker's body in this game. I said earlier on, like there was a guy that wouldn't cooperate, but there was like a whore there in the fucking like in the shop.
Yeah.
If you jumped into her body, he'd immediately talk to you because you can seduce him. But like I said, we had Cutter at the time, and we had Cutter at the time, and I didn't want to get rid of him, so I took the hit and basically like coerced him with a spell.
Rather the tank than the whore.
Yeah.
To be fair, like I mean, we probably would have had enjoyment as the whore.
That's fair. Yeah.
Probably would have made some money. Granted, our health might have declined very quickly.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
But like, money. Is he still alive?
Yes,
he is.
And
he loves it. And he loves a bit of Jesus.
Did they all find God again?
He's a pastor.
He's a pastor, yeah.
He's a legitimate pastor for years now.
In fact, if anything, he literally just jumped into it when he finished wrestling. Like, literally, he does the first thing he did. Yeah.
Even the junior went into the religion.
He went into fishing.
He's done a lot of stuff.
He's doing like community help.
Yeah.
Community help.
Outreaches and shit like that.
Yeah. But like...
anything but wrestling, to be fair.
I mean, realistically, it's probably just something they want to get.
So, yeah.
Wait, you're confused by the layout?
No, is that
the head?
The person that we were speaking to?
No. This is that head you saw there are the people that live out this far. They're all like kind of rock
It
golems.
literally looks like the Mummy.
I know, yeah. But actually, we fought one of these guys in the arena.
It looks like the alien from Mars Attacks.
Yes.
Yeah, it does actually. Yeah, you're right. So,
I forgot Jack Black was in that movie.
he is too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck, he just pops up in weird places
He
sometimes.
really does. I remember I was watching High Fidelity as well, and I was like, holy shit, he's in this too.
Yeah. That's mad.
Then you kind of realise Jack Black's been around a while.
Mm.
You forget that he's like in his 50s now.
And he has his own Let's Play channel now as well.
Jablinski. Yeah, go check that out.
Don't promote the other channels on our channel.
He doesn't need help.
Yeah,
Exactly.
he got like a million on his first day. He's
Hey
mad.
Jack, we helped you out, sir, so do you mind helping us out a little?
Yeah. Why is there a bike
A bike?
or a plane?
Where?
You can hear it in the background.
Probably coming up from the skylight.
Yeah, possibly.
There's real life sounds coming from the screen. There, that's where we need to go.
I was about to say, this is real fucking immersion. Like,
Oh yeah.
fuck?
That's kind of
Should get your ratio right again. Just under the scan.
Yeah,
The
Rascal.
Rascal.
Yeah, and then we're going to Trickster.
Let's see how many glasses you can get out of this.
Probably 3, I'd say.
Like I say,
Must
4.
be 4.
Ah.
I think 4. Yeah, I think you can get
Yeah, you get 4, yeah.
4.5.
I'd say 4.5.
Oh. Hello.
And then, well, we say 4.5. We kind of just mean out of the bottle of
Elderflower, yeah.
I mean, it's me, but I'd probably end up drinking it straight at some point.
It depends on what movies you watch later on.
You should have seen me fucking yesterday. I wake up 25.
There's a lot of seagulls around for some reason.
I was watching the birds earlier this morning, and I'm not
You're
going to
worried they're
lie.
gonna fly
And
in
now I'm kind of like, I kind of feel a little bit like Tippy. I mean, I'm pretty sure she was drunk as well.
Yeah. No, it's sometimes in this angle you can see the pigeon resting on the chimney sometimes. And the pigeon's just like looking in, just going...
I have it.
Can I come in?
Okay, so as you've all seen, kind of, because where I record from mostly when we're doing the remote stuff is in my room.
Yeah.
There is the skylight that I'm constantly underneath. There is a particular crow that enjoys walking onto the skylight and just staring at me. Like, I'll be chilling in my bed. I'll be chilling in bed, and like I just have to be on my laptop doing whatever on the laptop, and then all I see is just this bird just staring at me. And I've named him Pippin.
Good name for a bird.
Yeah, Pippin the crow. And he just chills.
Yeah.
And to the extent where I've started to feed him.
Oh,
So
nice.
I'm just but he keeps coming back, and I think he has a girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm waiting to see if they nest in the gutter, which
Yeah.
is a
Which can
possibility
do, yeah.
that they might actually nest somewhere near the roof, just kind of hang around.
So, yesterday was interesting for me because I woke up at 25 to 10, but with a phone call, and it was from
Dirty
work,
bastard.
and I was like, "Yeah, what's up? Where are you at? Like, at home? Like, I'm in at 12." It's like, "No, you're supposed to be in at 9:30." Like,
Awkward.
I was like, bollocks. Instant. You never see me fucking get out of bed like so fucking fast. It's like being late for fucking school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only this time you're losing out on money as opposed to an education.
That's it, yeah. Somehow that's worse. I don't know.
My commute every day is 11 steps. It's 11 steps
Down the stairs.
down the stairs.
And you're
right?
still fucking late.
And
Somehow.
I woke up one day at like 9:05.
Yeah.
Like my work, I meant to start like I do 8 till 4:30, and I woke up at like 9:05. Jumped out of the bed, bombed it down the stairs, set up the office, and then but there was no emails, there was no phone calls from anything. Am I logged in or anything like that? Turned out my manager also was late logging in.
Nice.
I was like, oh, thank fuck for that. And then like half 4 rolled around, and I was like, will I be cheeky and just sign off? Because like no one knows, no one's mentioned it. One of the lads, Eamon, he texted me and he was like, just sign off, you fucking noob. Like you're grand. It's like I'll talk to you on Monday.
Oh, that's gas.
Yeah, like imagine being late for work and working from home. Like
what is that? Who would do that? Like
you have a commute.
58.
Yeah.
First time I've
ever been early for work.
That's literally that example, and just
I have since working from home, I've never been on time for work.
That's the trouble sometimes because you have
since working from home, right? Because like I'll be lying in bed and like all I have to do is be logged in at 8 o'clock, and yet I still can't log in at 8 o'clock. It's always 5 past, 10 past.
Yes.
One day it turned out I didn't actually sign in to Teams until 12 o'clock. And someone was like, have you been in all day? Yeah, I've been responding to emails, but because I wasn't on Teams, everyone assumed I was off.
This is the weird thing, because like I can totally understand that, but then also like it's a total pandemic thing as well. But being like in a healthcare worker, like hearing all the other kind of stories is so strange, because nothing has changed for me bar wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Essentially, because we would have always had some form of protection on anyway, but just a mask is a new thing now. Well, you kind of think like, okay, you're working with biological samples, would you not wear a mask anyway? It's like, well, not necessarily. Like sometimes it's better to have your normal ventilation and breathing, because you don't want to be sucking directly air in. So it's kind of a weird thing. But even for like a commute thing and stuff like that, that's literally nothing has changed for me in the last year and a half.
Honest to God, my favourite thing about commuting with my mask on is I can sing, I can mouth along to the words that I'm listening to.
I have never thought that before.
Without
Shit.
nobody like giving me like occasionally I've like when I didn't have my mask on, I was mouthing the words and nodding my head and stuff.
You're drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, you are drawing attention. But now that I'm like, I have the mask on, so it covers me from mouthing, so people can just see my head nodding. They're like, oh, she's listening to music.
Yeah.
Whereas
she's not a crazy person at all.
Where they can't see me being like,
then I'm trying to guess what song you're fucking singing.